morning, and thank you so much for joining me today. Today, I have Megan Speno with Bay Equity that's going to talk about finances and what we're seeing from the home mortgage front. So, Megan, thank you so much for joining us today.
Hi, Heather. Thanks for having me. Good morning.
Good morning. So tell us a little bit about your background, what got you into the industry, and just a little snapshot of your current role.
Okay, so currently I am a senior loan officer with Bay Equity Home Loans. I have been lending in Atlanta for 18 years. I am a resident of Buckhead by way of Alabama. And I actually got my real estate license my senior year in college. So I have been in the real estate industry ever since college.
Amazing.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about how your organization has shifted during COVID-19. What adaptations have you seen, and what do you think will stay with us when we're on the other side of this?
What's super interesting, Bay Equity is a privately owned company. It's owned by a family based out in California, and they are heavily technology driven.
Okay.
It's one of their main focuses. They started the company in San Francisco during the recession, actually, and that's where a lot of the tech industry is based, as we know. So we've always had a really large emphasis on technology. What's interesting is that the market has been changing. So there's a lot of pressure on lenders and servicers, a touch of tightening up with guidelines and that kind of thing. What I've noticed is, because we're privately owned, the owners are hands-on, talking to our investors, and they have been reacting incredibly quickly. So it hasn't felt like that much of a change. They're doing what little changes we need to do to stay in business, keep the company healthy, keep our customers healthy, making sure that we are approving people that are going to be able to stay in their mortgage. It's really been interesting. We can move quite quickly, I believe, because we're a privately owned company. We don't have to go through a big board of directors or anything like that. So the changes have not impacted our employees that much.
That's amazing.
We all have a Surface Pro, so we can all work from home easily. We didn't have to adjust and get everybody set up at home. It's been quite comforting, to be honest.
That's good. Yeah. I think those of us that have been specifically in the real estate industry have been more technologically savvy than other industries because we're constantly, quote unquote, on the road with clients.
Correct.
But still a little bit different to not go into an office and to not really have the same, normal routine, so to speak.
Well, and it's nice to see your colleagues and hear what's going on with them and that kind of thing. So it's a little bit isolating. That's been one of the major adjustments. But other than that, I felt like it's, in terms of my job description, business as usual.
Okay, that's good to know. What is one thing that you have seen, and maybe not necessarily within Bay Equity because you are so technologically forward thinking, but what's one thing that you've seen result directly from the quarantine, specifically here in Georgia, that's been a positive result on the lending industry, or maybe just communication with clients? Or, there's got to be one thing that has resulted that we're going to see on the other side of this. Do you have one thing that you could pinpoint?
Mine is a little bit personal. I handle my own business. I run my own business. In terms of marketing and customers, and I work very independently. What I have done is taken a lot of pressure off myself. And it's kind of amazing to see how much more you enjoy your job. The first couple of weeks of this, I was still trying to maintain that go, type A personality, all the pressure with this is going to be the best year ever and goals and trying to do everything both personally, both with work. And it was so frustrating and kind of devastating. So I finally said, take the pressure off, just take it off.
That's amazing.
I think we realize you hear you don't have control of everything. There's no such thing as perfection. Somehow this has really hit home for me that there is no such thing as perfection. You can't be perfect. And I hope that I continue to leave the pressure off. It seems like you can perform even better and be more relaxed when you don't have so much on your shoulders.
Yeah. And I think that that's a great segue into my next question, which is, what's one thing that you do either on a daily basis or a weekly basis to really help you with a positive mindset in this kind of uncertain time that we've been living in?
What I've been trying to do is take breaks, which I didn't, I'm accustomed to working at home, and I didn't do this before. But I have been taking breaks from the phone, from the computer, from the TV, from any music, just kind of listening to the sounds of silence, deep breathing, trying just to think of nothing or focus on positive things that I need to focus on. And the other thing that I've been doing is a lot of cooking. I love to make soup. It's super therapeutic and it takes a long time. You have to chop a lot of the ingredients. Right. It's a meditative food for me.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll continue that when we're on the other side of this?
I hope so. I think that the way I've been feeling with kind of taking those breaks, taking some time has helped me in my job and personally.
Right. What is one thing that you're really looking forward to doing when we're back to normal and we're on the other side of this?
Would it be terrible to say go on a vacation to the beach?
No.
And get my nails done?
Yeah.
Those are my two superficial things. I've been doing a lot of spiritual things, and now I'll go back to just a couple of superficial things: vacation and nails.
Okay. So in the lending industry, financial aspect of people's well-being, what is one thing that viewers watching this today, what's one thing that they can do right now for their financial health and financial well-being?
Well, there's time right now, and I get joy from organizing. If they are at all interested in applying for a mortgage, buying a house in the future, refinancing, when you apply for a mortgage, we're looking at your credit, we're looking at your assets, we're looking at your income. So you will have to have all of that in front of you. And I do a thorough financial analysis. We're looking at the whole big picture. Right. So it's a great way to gather information, look at your credit report. Have you been a victim of fraud? You don't know. It could have happened last night. So we're pulling the credit. We're looking at things that you may need to do. You're also having to gather all of your information and look and see where money's coming in, where it's going out. Do you have 10 bank statements that you could maybe consolidate into one bank statement that bears a little bit more interest? So it's just kind of a great way to get all of that stuff organized. Okay. I think people don't always think of it, and I think you should do a financial checkup once per year. Check how much your insurance premiums are. Are you paying too much for that? Make sure you've got all of your bank statements and things like that in one place, your mortgage statement, your deed, that kind of thing. So it really helps you get organized, and you do learn a lot about your finances when you apply for a mortgage.
And I love that phrase, checkup, because we go to a doctor to get a checkup. We talk to a CPA when taxes are due for a checkup. So I also think it's great to have someone like Megan that you can go over all of your finances and get a financial checkup and see if there's anything that needs to shift, especially if you're looking to purchase a home in the next 12 to 18 months. what that looks like, if you need to work on your credit, if something has been reported incorrectly to one of the firms that's holding your credit score. There's times that we need to look at that so that we can work on those things and correct them if at all possible.
And where can you save a little bit more? How many, do you have 10 credit cards with a teeny tiny balance? Can you pay some of those off and close those and boost your score? Those are things that don't only apply to mortgage, but just a really good thing to keep an eye on, yourself. Right now, we're all signed up probably for every single subscription. The the streaming TV, the ordering online, that kind of thing. Do you need all of those? Look at your monthly statement. And if you are doing a lot of those subscription services, have them all on one credit card so it's easy every month to pull it up and see, whoa, I have 10 subscriptions, I'm only using 5.
Oh, that's a great idea to consolidate to one credit card. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
The mortgage just isn't about interest rate. It's a good exam.
Yeah. So I'll definitely make sure that all of your contact information and social feeds are at the end of this video so people can reach out to you and get in touch with you and make sure that their financial health is just as strong as their physical health is. So
I'm happy to be a resource for folks.
That's fantastic. So I have some rapid fire questions for you. So This is a little bit of getting to know you, but first thing that comes to mind, there's no wrong answer.
All right.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Favorite beverage?
Wine.
What's your number one go-to song that gets you really pumped up and motivated?
Who Runs the World by Beyonce.
I love it. Coke or Pepsi?
Coke. Diet Coke.
Okay. What does a perfect day look like for you?
Beach.
Okay. Dog or cat?
Dog.
Friends or Seinfeld?
Seinfeld, definitely.
Favorite all-time movie?
Steel Magnolias.
Biggest life influencer?
My mother.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
And then, of course, guac or queso?
Queso.
Awesome. Well, Megan, thank you so much for being with us today. From my family to yours, I hope you're staying safe and healthy, and I hope that you have a great day.
Thank you, Heather. This was great.
Awesome. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.